Good evening, everybody.
Bonjour.
We're back. Ugh. I hope you didn't miss us too much. Um, yeah. Hello, Fluflicious. Thanks for joining us. Right, we're doing the first Master Rank event quest first.
Yeah.
Aftons is ready up. You ready, Tsukuyomi? Let's go. It's a blorange fish.
Hello, Shane.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
I dropped stuff.
Oh
Too much stuff
no.
on. Too much stuff on desk.
Too much stuff on desk. Desk.
And now,
Desk problem.
less stuff on desk, but stuff on floor. So one problem is solved, but right. This probably isn't too difficult a quest, so I'm not too worried about getting all the birds. But
I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna
only
grab birds.
it's only MR2, so.
Yeah.
Oi! Don't jump off right at the very top of the thing you're running up, me.
Yeah, I will get all the stuff that's on the way there, though.
The viewers at home will never guess what I forgot this week.
Nope. Stumped.
I forgot to eat before going live.
You'd think that because eating is like a big part of your personality, it would be a very difficult thing for you to forget.
I'm kind of an airhead sometimes.
Oh, okay. Feedy, but also bimbo.
A little bit, yeah.
Do we want to do the Blorange, or do we want to do the...
Hon, I cannot hear you. Sorry.
Sorry.
I was thinking out loud, don't worry about it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna engage the Blorange right now.
Alright.
Also, shouldn't y'all be in the friggin' thing?
In what thing?
In the hub for when your stream starts?
The stream's already started!
Ah, crap!
Oh my lord.
This boy.
I'm still at 1 o'clock.
His brain hasn't caught up from the last 8 minutes.
No! Oh, wait, no, that's okay. 108's fine. I can make it to work on time.
You have shown me monkey.
I just realized I worked like 9 hours yesterday.
That's too much.
Buck says that's too much, and I agree.
Eh.
I found myself becoming more and more anti-work recently.
Kind of agree too.
Like
but
the 40-hour work
got
week,
a
the 9 to
47
5,
hour
the grind.
paycheck coming next week. That'll help with things.
Yeah, I feel you, Buck. I'm also very much anti the grind.
In the politosphere, my phone keeps telling me apparently the president might be leaning towards doing a wage-based debt cancellation or debt forgiveness.
That'd be awesome.
Yep. Anybody making under $125,000 see approximately like 85% of the friggin' populace should be seeing $10,000 of forgiveness if it gets announced.
Well, here's hoping.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. And then we have like 2,800 left to go down good and
That's a year of college, right?
I'm not sure, Buck. I
In in the UK, it used to be £3 a year, and then the Liberal Democrats promised to make it free, and then the Tories turned it to £9 a year. Unless you're Scottish, which I am by birth, but not by like makes. So,
Right.
I unfortunately had to pay. I did get my 40th free though, because oh no, oh no! I just dodged right into that ball that explode. Yeah. My university had like a 25% off sale. It's not just that if you do a bachelor's, they include the master's honors year for free. So. Nice. I decided that I need to stop. Okay, bye-bye. Bye, Tony. Buy 3 tires, get 4 free. Yeah, I decided I've been sleeping on the close range coating far too much. Like, the damage increase is significant, or significant enough to warrant a slight decrease in critical range. And because a lot of my bows have spread shots anyway, it's actually just beneficial because I need to be close to cluster up the shots. If I had more shot, I would like to have bows that are rapid and or pierce. But unfortunately for spread, you need to get close to make every shot count.
Yeah. This is the opposite of one of the conversations we had last week. You realize that, right?
Last week was so long ago, different times.
I mean, fair. It has been like 37 years since last week.
I guess the point is, I should think about the right tools for the job. If I'm going up against a monster that's like vulnerable to shots, I should give it some tequila. No, I should, I should consider my choice of weapon carefully, you know? And I should choose jewels that support it.
Yeah.
But I didn't time it quite right. I wanted to get it.
That's William Tell, right?
1812 Overture, but yes.
Thank you, yes. I get those two confused for some reason.
William Tell, well, it's because they're two pieces of orchestral music that are most known for their overtures. Because, like, they were suites. I think William Tell might even have been, like, from an opera or something. But they're both known for their overture.
Right.
William Tell is the hunting one.
Oh! Right, yes. Okay.
That's William Tell Overture. 1812 Overture is Chekhov. Sea cannons and often instruments.
Yeah, I love the 1812 Overture. It's really...
It is a good piece of music. Right, where's Agneson? Oh, it's up in the top.
Yeah, Aftons and I ran right by it on our way to reach the Hi, Drake.
Hello, Drake.
I am a little
Right
bit
at the
upset at you for that.
Hey, these are the jokes, kid.
But yeah,
yeah,
Aftons and I...
Ride of the Valkyries is also
Ooh, yes, Rise of
Flute is just-
Valkyries. Yes. But yeah, Athens and I ran right by Aknasam on our way to meet you and Bujingaim. That's just for me, don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's a commoner thing.
Okay.
So I've gone off a couple
presume-
times
I
on...
presumed as much.
I've gone off a couple of times on Gen Urobuchi.
Yeah.
So, the lead writer from his season, Gaim, was orange-themed. At least in his default form. All the writers were based off of actual historical suits of armor, and also fruits.
Okay.
And the crossover movie with the previous season, Commoner Wizard, had them fighting war gods, or Bujin, who looked like actual riders, except Bujin Gaim, for some reason, was blood orange instead of actual orange.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's all there is to
It's
it.
a quiet place. Nope. Nope. Wrong button. No song.
Oh. Oh.
You're welcome. Where'd it go? Area 10.
It didn't even go that far. Come on.
So, I find that the Monster Hunter games very immersive. I think I've talked about this before.
Yes.
I don't think they're realistic, but I think that they're you buy into the fiction.
Right.
But when I see monsters like this, so heavier than air flight is difficult. It's only been evolved like 3 times in however many billion years we've had life. Like first with insects, then with pterosaurs, then with birds. But I also wonder. Heavier than air flight is difficult and takes a lot of energy. It's one of the reasons why birds have hollow bones. But I wonder, how much food would an animal like this, Aknasam, have to have in real life to be able to eat? And would it? I don't think it would fly frivolously, you know. Well, there is apparently a law.
Justification.
No, LAW, or not LORE.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's named after a scientist. But basically, it means that if you double, so you know the square cube law, where if you increase an animal by, if you increase an animal's length by 2, you increase its surface area by 4 times, and you increase its volume by 8 times.
Right.
Right? Apparently, according to all my laws of aviation, there is no way that Aknasam should be able to fly.
I hate
but
you for making that reference.
it wasn't me, it was Fluke. But the amount of food required for an animal is not linearly related to its mass. It's like a 3/4 relationship. So if you increase an animal's mass by if you double an animal's mass, the larger animal will only need 1.75 times the food rather than twice the food. Apparently.
That's interesting.
It's why animals like whales are able to eat small stuff. Like, they eat loads of it, but they don't eat like the fin whale, for example. This is the only one that I know about because there's a fin whale museum where I volunteer, and it's like one of the key attractions. The fin whale eats about 2 tons of food a day, but that's not. That's a lot less than you would if you just sort of extrapolated from the animal's mass. You might guess.
God damn squeaky chair.
Yeah, it's interesting. Just thinking about like animals' body size and flying ability and stuff.
Don't mind me. Nothing personal.
Apparently, I need a parts from an Agnesol.
Oh, goody goody.
They were on my wish list for. Oh, okay, yeah, it's the upgraded revolver hammer.
Ah, smashy boom.
6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves.
Except Rathalos, because those are canon to Metal Gear.
Yeah, they are. Rathalos and Tigrex both.
Mm-hmm.
I never actually like got the rewards from those quests when I played Peace Walker.
Aw.
Because like I stopped playing Peace Walker before I started playing Monster Hunter. And I wonder if actually if I went back to it now, I might have a better time with them.
Unlocked. It's over.
It's over 1 and 2.
It's over 1.
It is very humid today.
Yeah, same down here.
If you double a flu food 1.7 times the food, not double the food. Yeah, pretty much. Like the numbers don't obviously like it depends on like the animal's environment and how much activity it's likely to be doing and what sort of activity. Because you know, short sprints like a cheetah take different kinds of food to long distance endurance runs like sled dogs. You know, cheetahs and sled dogs are both powerful animals, but one is built for speed and the other's built for distance. I don't know. I'm not a biologist. Metabolic rate, that's it. Metabolic rate doesn't like increase linearly. Okay, let's see what these gestures look like.
Yes.
It's over 1. That was like a footy celebration.
Hey, it's Dream. Hello, cutie butt. It's Penny! Penny! Cutie, 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 cutie.
I think I rate it's over 1, but I don't rate it's over 2. That is my verdict. That is my gesture review.
Number
It's
1
good,
is
isn't it?
so weird. Like, I get it. It's just kind of silly for me. I like 2.
It's like a football goal celebration. Oh, sorry, a soccer goal celebration.
I was thinking more like... Actually, I wasn't sure what I was thinking.
Risky business.
Risky boots.
Yep.
I need to play
Risky
more of those
and her
games.
boots.
I need to play more
I
of
have
those
only
games.
played one.
I've played all of them. I just meant on stream.
Have you played the Game Boy Color one?
I have not. On stream, no, but I got the eShop version of it
Ooh.
on 3DS.
I was thinking about pirating it.
Oh,
I know that Shantae hates pirate, but
and it's fine. I've emulated more than my fair share of Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color.
honestly, like I've been having this discussion more and more recently because like Nintendo is so things like Infinity Train just being like deleted from existence and the Batgirl film.
Yes, I went on a rant about that last night.
When it's 90% done, it's like it's obscene, honestly.
And it wasn't just
I feel
canceled.
like if you can't, it was destroyed.
Yeah, they deleted all of the footage for a product that was nearly done.
90% complete. It's ridiculous. But it. What was I saying about it? But the thing that I think is if there was no legitimate way for you to enjoy a piece of media, it's morally correct or morally acceptable, at least, to pirate it.
Absolutely.
If you have done your duty in trying to give them your money, then sure. Screw 'em. Nintendo doesn't give fucks. I'm not shelling out £1,000 for a bootleg or a genuine second-hand copy of Pokemon Blue or whatever.
Hey, good to see ya.
I'm just gonna pirate it. Screw you, Nintendo. I don't want to buy it again for full price on the eShop or whatever. Especially because, like, so I have a 3DS. I haven't charged it in ages, but but the problem with like download-only games is like they're ephemeral anyway, you know? Like if you lose your DS or if you forget your login to your account, that you've lost it.
Right.
I say it's okay to pirate unless it's an independent developer. And like I think it's fine for AAA studios for the most part. Like I mean, it's tricky, because like on the one hand, a lot of AAA titles, like you can see that there is so much artistry in Horizon Forbidden West or whatever. The people who made it clearly put a lot of time and love and effort into it, and it isn't just the same homogenous tripe as, it's not like, we focus tested it and sanded off all the corners to make it appealing to everybody. It's got its own aesthetic vision, and you can tell that people put a lot of work into it. And
right.
on the one hand, I have no love for the publishers.
Right.
But on the other hand, I feel like the people who actually worked on the game do deserve to get recognition for it. And yeah, if it's available to buy and play, if you can buy a copy of it new on disc for a reasonable amount, sure, don't pirate it. If in 40 years when it's not, it's okay to pirate. Absolutely. Like a lot of these, like even the remastered games. Like the remasters are impossible to. Do you remember that like Super Mario 3D All Stars thing.
You mean the one
Where they're like-
that Lauren got me for my birthday one year?
I don't remember. But, like, it's... In the age of digital distribution, there's no reason for them to, like, make an updated, polished version of Super Mario Sunshine for the Switch, and then just say, okay, we're not selling it anymore.
Right. Yeah, that part is fucking infuriating.
So, I think it's okay to pirate. If you can buy a new copy of a game for a reasonable price, then don't. I mean, it's probably okay, but don't. If a game is completely inaccessible to you, then sure, go for it. Knock yourself out. It's why I really like platforms like GOG, because they are actually making an active effort to preserve gaming history, and that's what it is, you know? Like, there's gonna come a time when every original NES that was produced no longer works, and every original NES cartridge doesn't work. And I think that we have, like, it's important that people know what those games were like.
Right.
It's like...
And Penny's been contributing to the conversation a bit as well, and I should probably... First she said, pirating is a use your best judgment situation, which absolutely.
Yeah.
And then pirating is hugely important for preservation, which absolutely, like, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. If the Mona Lisa is important, E.T. for the Atari 2600 is important.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, it's... I mean, another thing that frustrates me about that is, like, companies shouldn't just get to, like, completely, like, bury their mistakes. You know? If you make a mistake, you should own up to it.
Right, like, do the fucking, who was it? Was it early Disney cartoons or early Looney Tunes where they added a warning up front?
Looney Tunes.
That's the one, yeah.
I mean, I think Disney might do it, but given that in their back catalogue is something like Song of the South, and they're, I don't know. I feel like Disney would be less likely to re-release their old racist cartoons.
Right.
Although, did you know that next year, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is going to be in the public domain?
Oh, that's really awesome, actually. I love Oswald. He's got such a cute design.
Yeah. In fact, I would possibly say cuter than anything else.
I mean, I wouldn't say that is as controversial as a lot of people would act like it is.
Stay down.
Yeah. I mean, this is...
Let me take control.
I think, like, if the media itself is culturally significant, then we have a duty to preserve it. You know? I mean, even if it's not, it's important to somebody.
Right.
Like...
It's... Oh, shit. There was a conversation with a famous director some time ago about how every movie ever should be preserved, and the person doing the interview was like, even, I believe it was Shakes the Clown, and he responded, "Oh, I love Shakes the Clown."
Yeah. I mean, it's been something that's, like... Oh... Now I'm just getting, like, nostalgic for the era of, like, mid-2000s mascot platforms that didn't quite take off. Like,
Yes!
Detective,
Yes!
Voodoo Vince, or Tack and the Power of Voodoo.
Ugh, that one's a little problematic, but...
Yeah, but I mean, it's still
It
part
took
of our
off
cultural history.
enough.
Yeah, I think they actually made like a Cartoon Network series.
Nickelodeon, I believe.
Right.
And I think there were like
Yeah.
3 games in it, so...
Yeah. But yeah, it's like games are art. Like I think some games are more art than others, but that doesn't mean that games are more valid than others.
Right.
Which is why I am going to stand God. I'm going to stand behind my pirate flag and wave it proudly for as long as I live. Because until we have like a proper archive where people can view these things, you know, until I don't know. I don't know if there is an until, but like media needs to be preserved.
Yes. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, we need all media.
Do you know that there's like over 100 Doctor Who episodes completely lost?
I did.
They just taped over. They reused the tape because why wouldn't they? They didn't have any plans to show them again.
Right. And another thing from Penny. Firing and emulation introduced us to so many of our favorite games. We would never have given me a Chrono Cross a try if we couldn't emulate it, and recently we discovered the Shining Force Legacy of the Great Intention through emulating on our 3DS, and I fucking love Shining Force! Holy shit! I played that on like a disc that Sega put out that had a bunch of their games, but for PC way back in the early aughts. And Shining Force was by far the standout installment in that disc. Yes, all the centaurs and all the various monster people, and just it's so good. The translation is super jank, but I don't care. The art style is fantastic, and just I need to play Shining Force on stream. I own the Steam version of it now.
Sounds like a plan. I always remember getting really upset when I played Super Smash Brothers, and like Earthbound never got a release in the UK. Like in Europe, Earthbound didn't come out, and so there was just this character that I mean, there were a bunch of characters in Smash Bros. Melee that I had no idea where they were from. Marth made his debut in Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah, as far as people outside of Japan are concerned.
Yeah, but I remember seeing all these cool trophies, and it says, "Hey, cool game, not released overseas." Mother 3.
And like some of the early, oh shoot, what was the name of that robot series that Nintendo released?
Custom Robo.
Custom Robo! I loved that the GameCube game.
Only one. Yeah, that didn't come out in the UK.
Oh no! There was a second one that got released in English on like the DS or something. Yeah, you get that one?
But no, I didn't. Because that one didn't look like the same sort of. I remember seeing like a bunch of really cool screenshots and videos about Battle Revolution, and I just thought that looked super fun. But the DS didn't have the same style or charm, and I didn't want that one. I wanted the GameCube one. That's
really fair, and like. Yeah, there were trophies for older units from Custom Robo that weren't, in the GameCube one.
Only 2 games from the series have actually been translated, and it's the GameCube one and the DS one.
And the GameCube one would probably set off some, oh, that's problematic if I went back to it now, considering the black best friend.
Yeah, probably.
But like,
well, I don't know.
I'd still love to play that again, because that was
I mean,
super fun.
This opens up another question. Is like, I believe that media should be available for consumption in its original form. Like, you can't watch the original Star Wars anymore.
Right.
You can only watch like the special editions because George Lucas is a hack.
Yes.
Doesn't know when to stop.
And doesn't know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and I feel like if a piece of media has problematic content, then that should be preserved as well. It's just like we should acknowledge that it's bad. Like, we shouldn't censor everything.
Right, we should do the Looney Tunes thing to bring it back.
No, not just you can't legally watch the original trilogy, unless there are like VHS cassette copies duplicated. The original trilogy doesn't exist anymore. I'm just thinking about like Guilty Gear, because like, you know that Bridget is canonically trans now. Like, it's
right.
not even up for, like she says, I'm a girl.
Yes. I've seen the cutscenes.
Yeah, it's cute. It's good. And the thing is, it's awful. Like, wow, it's awful that originally she was just this sort of comic character with, it's just, oh, the joke is that it's a boy, but everybody thinks it's a girl.
Right.
Isn't it funny if they're accidentally gay? Which is, it's a trope. It's a bad trope, but it was a thing at the time. But Guilty Gear is now like, oh yeah, what if actually we take this opportunity to rectify that and also include some LGBTQ representation, which is great.
Right. And is especially fitting considering what they did with Testament. Just completely removing gender from them and making them, like, super fucking hot.
Yeah. It makes me think of that old Tumblr post, which is like, am I a boy? Am I a girl? Who knows? But everyone finds me hot, and that makes everyone gay.
Yes. I love that post. I couldn't be like that myself, but, like, I mad ups at anyone who can.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a quick break and have a sip.
Okay. Sippy is good.
Sippy. Taken. Oops.
Oh no! I do not get how aggro works in this game.
It's a mystery. So if it's anything like the board game...
Oh no.
We don't know. The board game hasn't come out yet, but like the playtest rules they made available to everybody, they seem really fun. But if it's anything like the board game, the monster either picks the hunter that is closest to it in its line of sight, or the monster that the hunter that is furthest away from it and not in its line of sight. So if you want to avoid aggro, you have to be at medium distance.
Which is stupid.
Well, I mean, the Monster Hunter is like just an arcane system of...
Oh, I am bubbled.
Structures. Oh no! Michael Bublé. It's not time for you to come out.
It's not Christmas yet.
It's not Christmas. Your estimation is not complete.
Did you see
Michael Bublé and Mariah Carey are the Hobbiters. After
that reminds me, this was like a decade ago at this point, but did you ever see the Christmas special where it was Michael Bublé and Elmo?
No. I was a bit old for Sesame Street at that point.
It was
aired over here.
It wasn't actually Sesame Street. It was like just this thing that one of the the big internet, like the big channels that everyone gets here had going on.
Okay. Well, we probably didn't get that channel.
That's fair. I don't even remember what channel it was. Because, again, it's been a fucking decade.
Oh, that very nearly ended my whole career. Oh wow, I saw you Beyblade.
Beyblade,
Okay,
Beyblade, Beyblade!
Speaking about games that we played when we were kids, did you know that there are, like, multiple Beyblade video games?
I knew there was at least one.
How and why?
Good
It's like,
question!
Really, it's like semi-random effect. I don't know if it was actually a thing or if I dreamed it, but I vaguely remember there being a like a YouTube channel about modding Beyblades and saying like, oh, this combination is illegal, but what if we try it anyway? Can we make it overpowered? I don't remember if it was genuine or if I dreamt it.
I feel like one of the potatoes actually watched that channel.
Gonna need some of your parts. I knew I could count on you.
Ugh. Ugh. Why am I not carving? Distilled bubble foam.
Ooh.
I mean, that's probably its most common drop. If it's anything like OG Mizutsune, bubble foam is going to be the main thing it drops.
Fair.
Yes, floof, you should eat. Maybe not a well-done steak.
Eating is good. I should have done so before starting the stream. Gonna finish these Pop-Tarts now.
Arr. Arr, 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 arr. Oh, it is so muggy right now. I really hope it's about to storm.
Beyblade is interesting. Yeah, it's very fun and very cool, but it's impossible to interact with outside of physically doing it. It can't be marketed the way Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh are, but they sure did try, says Penny.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that. Like, even the character Tyson was very styled after Ty from Digimon or Ash Ketchum, or both.
Looks more Yu-Gi to me.
I hope we can talk again soon.
Well, yeah.
I don't know, I could be...
I mean, the anime was weird. Yeah, no, I had Beyblades. I don't know if I still do. I think I might have got rid of them. But yeah, I feel like playing a melee weapon. What are we gonna hunt? I picked the last one. Somebody else picked the next one.
It's great to see you. Please deliver
Ba,
the
ba, ba,
present
ba.
I don't like any of our options for MR4. You can't train your Beyblade, and modding it is only comparable to building a deck to an extent. it's a game of chance essentially with only one input.
Nothing more, nothing less. So
Yep.
please,
Yep.
don't hesitate.
I mean, that's the thing that like confuses me about how do you make a video game of it? Because essentially, like you're saying,
How are things?
I don't know.
I imagine
Okay.
they take shenanigans from, oh, the Master Rank Mizutsune is so pretty! Holy
Want
shit!
to see. Ooh, Regal.
Yeah!
Oh, I've unlocked the Barbania set.
Very piratey,
Ah.
huh?
Like pirate. I like the epaulets.
I can swing whatever you need.
Oh, he's even got like a holstered flintlock. That's cool. And a compass dangling. Oh man, you know what I miss from World?
The female
It's like-
version doesn't have those dangly. Oh, there might be a compass there, but I don't. Oh, there's the flintlock. There's the flintlock. Never mind.
Yeah, boy. I miss the what's it called? Phone danglers.
Oh yeah.
I miss the ability to put phone danglers on everything.
Yeah.
Like that is something that like is I will never get tired of. Is like just charms. Just like a dangly thing.
You can get those
It's-
in Warframe.
Well, I never played Warframe. I have it. I don't remember when I bought it, but I have it.
You don't buy it. It's free to play.
Oh. Well, I don't remember when I added it to my Steam library,
Ah. Okay.
but yeah.
Penny is saying, I think the video games play in the mystical elements of the series and give the Beyblades more player input after it's launched. I think it also becomes a stats game, essentially. It is hard to remember. I will play one and report back.
They should make like a Slay the Spire or Inscription type game, but it's Beyblades. It's like it's like a roguelike dungeon crawler, except instead of building a deck, you just put together a Beyblade.
Penny says she would play that every day. Such a cutie.
Good to go.
Right.
Set
Oh,
decorations
come on.
real quick. Trade water resist for fire resist. Because I need
Okay,
fire resist.
so- Oh. Thank
Bring-
you for reminding me.
Oh, and also bring herbal
Antidotes.
medicine. Yes, antidotes or herbal medicine.
I'm also going to bring bounce bombs aren't a thing in this game.
No, they are not.
Weird.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Indubitaboo.
I don't know what the hell that was supposed to. Oh, that weird headspace is coming back.
Right, let's bounce.
No, we just talked about how they remove bounce bombs. Oh,
I don't even have
Gormag-
the energy to be upset with you.
Gormagala is on the load screen now.
Yeah, they kind of spoiled some things, didn't they?
Yeah, like a
There's
Spinus.
Gormagala, there's Regios, there's there's that guy. And Gormagala, Seregios, Espinus is the green, the green.
The
spiky
rose dragon, yes.
one. Okay. Right, are we gonna do all birds? Oh, thank you for the posture check and stuff, Aftons.
I always said posture check would be good, but no, birds would be good.
Let's get birds.
Indeed.
I like watching birds. It's a pastime that brings us so much joy.
We like watching
Fluflicious has
birds.
redeemed a bad joke.
And they watch
I actually-
us back in turn.
I actually did think of a bad joke before I started, and it's about birds, conveniently. Unfortunately, it's a bit geeky, so some people might not get it. And by a bit geeky, I mean like I'll just tell you and wait for the confused silence, okay?
That sounds good.
So, there's a software engineer, pirate, right?
Right.
And he has a parrot, and his parrot says, "Pieces of 7, pieces of 7." Because the last one is a parroty bit. There are crickets on this map, which is perfect ambience.
Oh, I think Penny got it. Penny said, "How dare you?"
Yeah, okay, so a parity bit, a parity, is a bit which is like kind of like a check bit, checksum. So there are some, normally it would be pieces of 8. 8 bits to a byte, that's like pretty standard. But he says pieces of 7 because if you're using a parity bit to check that the data is good, you can only use 7 bits to data structure.
That...
I did warn you, to be fair.
Yeah, that... No, it is really clever. It's just... I'm not as smart as I would like to be.
I mean, it's not like about intelligence. It's some very niche general knowledge, you know. Like, people often tell me that I know lots of. I must be really good at pub quizzes because I know so many odd little bits and bobs. But the problem is, no, I don't know the answers to the questions they ask. I know the answers to different questions.
I tried to follow, and I fell.
Oh no! I'm going where you cannot. Oh, I also fell.
Penny's trying to cheer me up, saying, "You are very smart."
You are very smart. You're just not smart about this specific thing. Like, God, I could ask you a bunch of really obscure general knowledge questions, because I know a lot of really obscure general knowledge things, but not being able to get them doesn't mean you're not smart. I mean, like, even characters with high intelligence can fail their knowledge checks.
I hate that makes me feel better. I hate that worked.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm being... I guess I'm being a bit of a sourpuss. So for the fact that... Oh, I understand this, and thus it has successfully made me feel better. Or something. I don't know. It shouldn't be upsetting in the slightest, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a good analogy. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean that you're always going to succeed at that thing.
Right. It's a bit of a more hyper-specified version of a thing that I've been saying for a little while. Is that everyone is stupid. It's just a matter of making sure you're only stupid in things that, you know, are okay for you personally to be stupid in.
Yeah, like, I don't know a thing about fixing cars, and that's fine, because I don't fix cars. But if I went to a mechanic and asked them to fix my car, and they said, oh, sorry, I don't know how to, that would be pretty bad.
Right.
But then, it doesn't matter that the mechanic doesn't know about, like, ancient history. That's not the kind of smart he needs to be.
Right.
I mean, he could also be knowledgeable about ancient history. I'm not gonna say mechanics are not allowed to like those things.
Right.
But it doesn't do a job whether or not he's knowledgeable about that.
Right.
Oh my god. Floof is saying, so about that, I asked a mechanic to fix my car and they kind of said that.
Oh no!
It ran for half an hour. Oh, good lord. I went to a mechanic and said, my car is broken. And they said, well, that sounds like a you problem.
I'm still somehow missing some oranges, but I should be fine.
Alright, let's engage. Where is it?
Good question.
Oh, it's actually right outside the camp.
Neck.
Oh my god, broke down at a busy intersection.
Oh no.
That's pretty rough. I'm sorry I can't, like... Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad.
Seriously.
Hey, Aftons, if you have thunder ammo, try pegging the bug on the wall.
Excuse you? Did you just say try pegging the bugs on the wall?
Do you not use that word in that meaning?
Not at all.
Okay. Well. Man, I love the fact that if you have, like, iframes or super armor, you can just ignore monster roars.
That is good, yes.
Like, I don't enjoy Switch Axe as much as I enjoy Charge Blade, but there are some really nice things about it. And that's one of them. Okay, yeah.
I just randomly saw... I guess it must have been hit by Afton's dog. But I randomly saw a tarantula fly through the front of my screen upside down. Just randomly, just... Whee!
I do wish this game, like, now I'm thinking about it, I do wish this game had, like, a better aggro system. Like, I know this game is not Final Fantasy XIV, and I also hate the behemoth fight in Monster Hunter World for a couple of reasons. But the fact that it gave you a clear indication of who had the monster's ire at any given point, and gave you advice about how to draw its attention, that was good.
Yeah, that was all rad.
Like, it would be nice if I was just a gun lance main and just could be guaranteed the monster would focus on me by just hitting it in the head a lot.
Right. Also, it's funny you bring that up, because, like, I mentioned earlier that I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade 3.
Yeah.
It also has a very similar aggro indicator to the one from the Behemoth fight in World.
I thought the Xenoblade games were turn-based games.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Well, that's the entirety of that thought. I know very little about them, except the fact that one was on the Wii, and it had like a million things to collect, and I was just like, this looks like so dull. And then there was a character in Smash Brothers who had like different stances, but they didn't seem to have any function. They make any functional change to his gameplay.
So, he's the protagonist of the Wii game. And, like, he's, like, the Wii game actually is quite good. It's got a lot of, very good themes to the story. Like, all three Xenoblade games seem to be about, like, fate and going against it and stuff like that.
Right.
I can't really remember any of the themes from X, but, like, that's fine. X was only ever released on the Wii U and has not yet made it to the Switch, like one has. So we just focus on the trilogy.
Ah!
But yeah,
Excuse me. Sorry. Hang on. Very important. Carry on.
if an enemy in 3 is targeting
I'm going after it.
someone who specializes in healing or doing damage, there's a red line that comes up in an arch and connects the top of their heads. And if they're attacking someone who specializes in taking hits, then the line is blue.
Okay.
So yeah.
I think it's... I mean, I don't know necessarily if it's unrealistic for the monster to change its targeting so frequently and to the characters that it chooses to.
Right.
But, like, it would make the most sense if the monster targeted the character dealing the most damage to it first.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
Or the character targeting its, like, softest part. Because, like, if monsters have, like, in theory, they have, like, higher than animal intelligence. But if it was just an animal, you would expect it to, like, try and solve the problem of being in pain first.
Ooh, several oranges. A whole 2.
2 is several.
Mop.
I just got a pop-up notification from GOG saying that items on my wish list are now discounted. I'm pretty sure that's not on my wish list, that's on my list of own games.
Thanks, buddy.
Which game specifically?
Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
Ooh.
I already own it, and I was actually playing it earlier today. That is also an RPG, but it's based on the Pathfinder tabletop game, and
Naturally.
it's a pretty faithful adaptation. I have some gripes with it, but like it's good.
You're my best pal.
Right,
Oh yeah, tail.
there you go. Aftons, remember to carve the tail.
Yeah, as soon as Mop.
Good news.
I didn't mean immediately, but okay, that is also good.
I'm supposed to be the one
Tails
who.
does,
I'm supposed to be the
but-
one who carves Tails in the middle of the fight.
Do you remember that meme that went around a couple of weeks ago where it's like, she's a 10, but... I remember there was a Monster Hunter one, which is like, she's a 10, but she stopped mid-fight to carve the tail.
I'm pretty sure Lauren posted that and tagged Sammy in it, and I was like, oh, I do that too.
Well, that's probably where I remember it from. There's someone stabbing my tummy, but I can see you, so I'm going to hit you. Makes them dumber than a toddler. So.
It moved somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, I am glad that the monster AI is sometimes dumb as a sack of bricks. But I don't know. That's one of the things I find demersing.
Right.
This mountain is annoying to navigate around. Well, that was successful. Oh, come on.
Leroy! I can't believe I managed to actually land on it.
At least I have chicken. That's like a one-liner from that thing.
That reminds me, I've been playing Skull, the Hero Slayer, recently as well. Like, I've mentioned it to you, I even did a stream of it, not 2 days ago, but Sunday before then. One of the possible adventuring hero mini-bosses you can find is a dude with a mace. And one of his attacks is jumping up into the air, yelling, Leroy! And then when he lands, to smash your head in, Jenkins! Like, this game is not old in the least. That
Yeah,
meme
that is
is-
like 2005.
yeah, like,
When was Lee?
that was like mid to early aughts. Or early
Yeah,
to
it was
mid.
definitely not a timely reference.
No,
Let's see how you handle this.
but also like, I don't know, it could just be the sense of humor that the English translation team has, because apparently the game is South Korean.
Ah. Or maybe that meme has only just recently reached South Korea. They've been playing their own MMOs for the past 20 years. So like, oh, what's this World of Warcraft thing? I've never heard of it.
Well, no, in South Korea, obviously what they've been doing is playing StarCraft 2.
There are other video games in South Korea.
I know, that was just an admittedly kind of tasteless joke. Because that's the stereotype that a lot of gamers have, is that, oh, they play the original Warcraft type games, especially
Yeah,
StarCraft.
I mean, the thing is, like, as far as I'm aware, the top StarCraft 2 players for a lot of time have been South Korean.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna sharpen me swags.
Gotta stay sharp.
Oh god, it only just occurred to me. It may have occurred to me previously, but it has only just reoccurred to me. Just calling it Swax sounds like the Rafflecopter sound.
My Rafflecopter goes swag, 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 swags.
Kinda, yeah.
Floof says that Leroy Jenkins, a 2005 meme. The meme is almost old enough to vote.
In Canada or the States?
What's the voting age in the US?
18.
Then yeah, probably vote.
Actually, it might be 16 in some states. I think it may have been 16 back in Oklahoma. Because I know the age of
17-year-old
consent
meme.
is different in each state, which is...
Worrying.
Yeah.
Like, that seems like something very bad.
I mean, it's only ever between 16 and 18, so it's not like it's a huge gap. But it's still a little bit worrisome.
Yeah. Also, you have weird, like, draconian drinking laws. Like, you have to be 35 years old to buy alcohol. Or to drink
21.
in public or something. 21, yeah. That's what I said. Over here, you're allowed to have a drink. You're allowed to drink at 14 if you're
I need some
in
of
a
your
pub
parts.
having a meal with your parents.
Oh, nifty. It just occurred to me. The tree right here,
Yep.
it drips
Weeping Willow.
bits of poison.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the poison is generated from its leaves and shit. It's basically a cherry blossom, but without the prettiness.
A
Cause
16-year-old buy a pint in England unsupervised. I think maybe. I forget like the specific rules, but we have different rules for if you're buying. Like, so we call alcohol shops off licenses because you can buy alcohol at an off license and take it off premises. Like they have a license to sell you alcohol to take away. Whereas restaurants and pubs and stuff usually have like an on license where you're allowed to buy alcohol there, but you're not allowed to take it with you. We also have different rules depending on whether you're buying alcohol with a meal, whether you're it's context dependent in the UK. And yeah, like Fluflisher says, it also depends on whether it's like hard alcohol or like teenagers can't buy spirits or anything, but they can buy beer, I think.
uh-oh.
Are you
Oh, she's got the a case of the crumblies.
I'm okay.
Diarrhea is like...
Research team has returned.
I don't even...
Powerhouse of the cell.
That's mitochondria!
Were you making a reference to like that Japanese exercise tape?
Someone get help!
No, I was making a reference to, like, an old infomercial that I've never actually seen.
I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. There was a Japanese exercise tape that all like taught you English phrases.
I'm very aware of them.
Oh, okay.
But you can go on describing them for the audience if you want. Or
The only other one I remember is like, if you're being mugged, they give you an exercise and associated English phrase for "spare me my life."
there's also one for telling the police about it. I was robbed by 2 men. I was robbed by 2 men.
Amazing. Fiorane's unconscious. Bahari, was this due to the wound inflicted by Malzeno? Well, not so much the wound itself, it's what's inside. Poisoned, to be specific. She's not responding to treatment, it's no ordinary poison. Correct. See, the thing is, when I first examined her, there was no sign of it. But when I examined her again later, I found a substance almost identical to the one I extracted from the Curio's fangs. The very same substance that's been making monsters go berserk. This is the root cause of this whole disaster. Are we gonna have to fight a berserk Fiorane?
I would...
And that raises a question, doesn't it? You know what I'm talking about, right, Hunter? Why did I find Curio poison in a wound inflicted by Malzeno? The answer's simple. Malzeno's body is coarsened with Curio juice. Bottle that, market it. But for some reason, it doesn't turn Mal crazy, it only makes it stronger. And that just gives the Curio more to feed on. They're parasites living off Malzeno. It's win-win. In other words, it's a symbiosis. Malzeno and the Curio both using each other. In the monsters we've analysed up to now, the Curio poison was absorbed in the blood, so it was impossible to detect. But in a human, it didn't fully mix, so when I analysed Fio's wound, I picked it up, and now we've got our answer. The timing of the effect on Fiorane kicking in more or less coincides with that of the monsters that had been bitten. So I'm sure of my deduction. The thing that really bothers me is that I didn't notice any of this sooner. Yes, rather unfortunate. As was Fiorane's recklessness. Be that as it may, the responsibility ultimately lies with me for not picking up on this anomaly and letting things get this far. And therein lies the true danger of the Curio. You won't know what hit you until it's too late. Even the monsters that were bitten didn't know what was happening to them until the moment they lost control. Is there anything we can do for Fiorane? Hunter, this is Wyverian doctor Tadori. Years ago, when Malzeno decimated the kingdom, a terrible plague followed. Dr. Tadori was able to develop a treatment that saved countless lives. Now he mostly spends his time out in the field. And he travels around so much that no one really knows where to find him. However, he has an old friend in Kamura, the merchant Kagero. Maybe Kagero knows where to find Dr. Tadori. Okay?
That's a very interesting choice of name because it is a homophone for the Japanese word for wandering.
Ah. It's a pun.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, my name is Dr. Not Here. My name is Dr. Literally anywhere else.
I believe that's what it is. I could be misremembering.
Right. Let's go and finish off this cutscene quickly.
Wait, what cut? Oh!
Go and speak to Kagero.
I should do that. Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Welcome home, Hunter. I trust your hunting life is prospering in Elgado. I heard that Rondane's sister Fjordine was injured. Perhaps you've paid me a visit to ask me about a certain someone, yes? Dr. Tadori is a dear friend of mine. He is one of few who survived the destruction of my homeland. Since then, we've only spoken through letter. He's never in one place for very long and is often out procuring herbs for medicine. He had mentioned in a recent letter that he was on his way to the jungle. I think it's safe to assume he's still there. Oh, and if you see Tadori, might I ask you to deliver a message for me? Her Highness is living a wonderful and fulfilling life in Kamura. Please visit sometime and try some of her delicious bunny dango.
What?
I know what this means. Forgive me, but I feel it would be better coming from you rather than a letter. Oh, and by the way, Master Utsushi was just about to depart for Elgado to see you. He had something he wanted to discuss with you. It might be a good idea to drop by and see what it is.
See you later.
Oh, just sending us all over the place.
Are they implying that Yomogi is actually royalty from...
Princess Yomogi?
Yeah, actually royalty from the destroyed homeland of Kagero and Tadori? Because that's... Oh.
Okay, so I think I've talked to you before about, like, plot twists, right?
Yeah,
And-
probably.
The thing is, I think a good plot twist is one where once you have the information, if you go back and watch the thing again, you get a different experience because it recontextualizes it. But a bad plot twist is one where the revelation of the information does not affect anything whatsoever.
Right.
Alright, all packed up and ready to go see Ace in Elgato. Huh? No way! I was just about to go see you, and now you're here. Gnarly instincts you got there, Ace. And even gnarlier timing, I've got some new switch skills I want to show you. Some of these babies are based on the Royal Order skill. I'm sure as shurikens you're going to love them. They'll definitely have you thrashing like you've never thrashed before. Let's head to the training... Oh, you have an urgent quest to take care of? Oh, my bad, Ace. Well, off you go then. Wait, you know what? If you're heading out to the jungle, maybe we should register it as a quest. You'll get a reward if you take out any monsters that attack you. Well then, get going, Ace. Okay.
Yes! All of the remaining switch skills that are new to Sunbreak.
Butcher's Bind and Bolt Boost. Those are the two bow ones. Butcher's Bind and Bolt Boost.
Iron Shine Silk. Oop.
I'm going to take a quick comfort break. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Alright.
But I'm not going to switch to the BRB screen so you keep entertaining my
An ingenious slug bind technique that uses turbulence from a vein to sharpen your blades. Even with Shrouded Vault and other evades, sharpness recovers if you time it. I need that. And Spiral Slash! I finally have Spiral Slash! Woohoo! Oh, I'm so happy! I finally get to try out Spiral Slash in an actual honest-to-goodness hunt. I'm going to the training area. For those watching Buck's stream. Ah! Oh, that's how that... Okay. So that's more meant to be a thing you do I see, I see. Alright, I'm messing with my switch skills a bit. Iron Shine Silk will be on the blue scroll. Just makes my hands glowy with like loose wirebug silk. And the visual is a little like it's cool, but it's kind of silly. So many bumpers, so many bumpers. Trying to think of something inane enough that it won't, like, be too big a deal if Buck comes back in the middle of me talking about it, but, like, interesting enough that it won't just put everyone listening to me to sleep. And I got nothing. Everything I ever talk about is super inane.
Hey, I'm back. What did I miss?
Me dunking on myself a little bit.
Oh, nice. Did you score all the points? Did you basketball term? MLB?
Why, hello.
I'm terribly worried about Fjorane, but I won't let that stop me from doing my job here with a smile. After all, I'm not just in charge of quests. I'm the princess. I can't lead my people looking all glum.
Yep.
Did you perhaps learn where to find Dr. Tadley? I see, yes, okay, understood. I'll register the quest right away. Please, hunters, we must help Lady Fjorane. The kingdom has faith in you. You must fulfill your duty.
There's a special quest for you.
Yep.
Excuse me.
We will do. Your
Ugh.
duty. Books.
Blah.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you that I got some new D&D books over the weekend?
Ooh, nice. Oh no!
4th edition.
Look forward to your favorite
4th edition, baby. I actually love 4th edition. I think it gets a bad rap, and like all of the criticism levied against it is fine and warranted, but also I like it. I think it's good.
The
It's
oh
like-
no was
it's one of-
to what we're hunting next.
I thought hunting was free this time. I thought hunting was optional.
No.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Let's get to big stuff then, shall we?
Alright, what's Asela's weak to? Ice?
Yes.
Cool.
Took me a second to
Strike while the iron's hot.
put together the four.
The question. The Fated Four. The Fab Four.
The fate of
John
the
Paul,
fabulous.
John, Paul, George, and Astalos.
Put that away. Put that away. Organize this shit. Wait, what? Ah, put that away.
What are my new switch skills? What are my new switch skills? Air dash. Okay. I can try that. Ready stance.
Ooh. Very safe.
Very safe.
Thunder.
Yep. Huh.
What?
I have a talisman which is poison resist level 2, sleep resist level 2.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna gem in electric resist level 3, because what else am I gonna use my level 1 slots for? Let's fill these. Oh no, I've got all those. What else do I add? I don't have a huge amount of... I could add earplugs up to level 3. And then razor sharp or protective polish. Ooh, let's do critical element actually. Let's go wild. Let's go crazy. Okay, all looks good.
Good to go. Almost done.
You can feel my soul.
I think I'm going to change my layered armor for this.
I have also changed my layered armor.
Trying to decide what to wear though. First impressions are important. There we go.
I went with something that made me feel like rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
I used to know a guy named Raoul.
Neat.
Is it just me, or does... Oh, hang on.
One hit is all it takes to extinguish fragile life. When struck by its lightning, the effect will endure until death. An example of its fire.
Oh, my boy! My boy!
No matter how many
I've missed
lives
you.
are sacrificed, it will never subside. As if the copious amounts of blood it sheds can never be enough.
Bring back Gameth.
No! Gameth is bad.
This is easy.
In my opinion, Astalos is evil.
Then you are already lost.
Counting on you.
My guess is that the Doctor is actually Kagero wearing a different hat. Right. I am gonna try and get
Burps.
burpees. Burpees. Ooh, there's a couple up there. How get them? How get they?
Use mushroom platforming.
Oh, like Superb Mario Brother.
Indeed. But indeeds only.
Not in words and in deeds. Oh no! I fell.
Ah!
Do, do, do,
Ah.
do, do, do.
I also undershot.
I mean, there's a series of spirit bugs, which makes it look like you can run up the wall, but you can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Thought I had both of my wire bugs back. And I did not have both of my wire bugs back. There we go. I've only managed to get up to the very top of that once.
Well, I've started, so I'll finish.
That's what they all say.
If by they you mean... What is his name? I genuinely do not remember the name of the guy who presented Mastermind. Ah! My guy said, what a view, but then I fell off. Ooh. I see, actually. Do you see the direction I'm pointing? There's a rock suspended by vines. There's a relic record up there.
What?
I don't know if you've already got it.
I may have. My memory is not as perfect as I would like it to be. I do not have eidetic memory, which saddens me.
Right. This was Jungle Message 9. And a sparkle shell snail.
Oh, snail friend.
Snail friend.
Why is getting up here such an impossible task for me?
Well, clearly you haven't.
There we
played
go.
Mario.
Message 3.
Nice. Okay. Aftons is ready to engage, and I see you're also over there.
I was coming over here because Bird.
Okay. But also good. My boy, I'm here. It's been so long. Oh, this guy's design is so cool.
You know what? I'm far from ready, but
I mean, you can always... You can go and finish readying up while Athens and I engage.
and leave all the fun to you.
You see, it's funny because you don't think this is fun. Oh, nice job on the paralysis, Athens. Didn't expect this guy to be actually vulnerable to paralysis, but there we are.
Oh, hey, so
Oops.
guess what the switch skill for Shrouded Vault does?
What's that?
It's called Iron Shine Silk or something to that effect, and it visually is just you put your arms behind you and suddenly there's loose silk hanging from your wrists, but it makes it so
Sorry, carry on.
it adds back in the Sergio's mechanic without like it being permanent or bound to Sergio's dual blades or.
Huh. So you
But,
get a bit
like,
of sharpness back when you dodge.
It's also a bit stricter in that you have to actually dodge something with the right timing.
Right. Oh, I love this guy's design so much.
Oh, it's a lovely
Honestly,
design.
The shade of green, like glowing green, it reminds me of some like late 90s, early 2000s toy that wasn't Power Rangers or Beetlehawks, but it was something like that.
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad?
I've never even heard of that.
It was
About
a...
the Saban?
No, I don't believe it was. But it was a... just, like, almost distressingly faithful adaptation of Denko Chojin Gridman, the series that was half Ultraman, half Transformers.
Right. What a guy. Oh. So nice seeing this guy in, like, high def.
Get Buck.
Oh, I'd completely forgotten about this, his, like, pincer tail.
Get Buck a man like this.
Why can't I find a man like this? He is annoyingly mobile, though, which makes the charge blade a bit of a tricky choice.
Yeah, that was... I tended to use Charge Blade a bit more than Dual Blades in Generations, if memory serves, which would probably explain, in part, why I disliked him.
Possibly.
But, like, Mizutsune is also super fucking agile, and I love that fight.
I mean, you might be willing to give it a more of a pass because of how beautiful it is.
Maybe.
Like, maybe you don't like Astalos' design enough to make up for the trouble that you had fighting it.
Maybe.
Or maybe Mizutsune's unique bubble mechanic was enough to set it apart. Because Astalos doesn't really, like... Mizutsune and Gameth both have, like, unique status ailments. Or, like, a unique mechanic to their fight, at least.
Right.
Whereas Astalos and Glavenus don't have that. And it's more about the monster itself.
I don't remember there being one for Gamma.
The snow lad. I think he was the only monster in the game that could snowman you.
But that was a returning mechanic,
But,
unlike Mizutsune's.
but there was also the what was it called? Gameth had like a mechanic where, well, I mean, the size of it was one thing, but it also it had like snow on its legs,
Right.
which you had to break off before damaging it. I don't know. I think like mechanically, Gameth was a more unique fight than Astalos, or because Astalos and Glavenus are really great designs, but mechanically pretty straightforward as far as Monster Hunter monsters go. You know, this is like a flying. It looks great, but it's just a flying wyvern that's also electric. And Glavenus is a melee brute wyvern that does that sets his tail on fire.
And uses it as a frickin' sword.
Yeah, like I think Mizutsune had the advantage of being both visually and mechanically unique.
Right. Because like
whereas-
it's a Leviathan, but it doesn't fight like any other Leviathans.
Yeah.
Hell, it doesn't even look like a Leviathan, aside from its figure. Like,
Grind, but
the only way you can tell it's a Leviathan is that it walks along on all four legs and is like low to the ground like Leviathan is, or not
Yeah.
Leviathan, like Lagiacrus.
yeah. The only way you can tell it's Leviathan is because it was written by Thomas Hobbes in the 17th century about the different the social contract and the separation of church and state.
I have no clue what you're referencing.
Thomas Hobbes was a 17th century, he might have been 18th century actually, he was a political philosopher, and he wrote a book called Leviathan, which was one of the earliest pieces of like English work that dared to suggest that the king might not be divine. His sovereignty might not be granted by heaven, but instead the social contract, which is it's an idea that like we owe each other certain things living in a society, you know?
Right.
But yeah, it was called Leviathan, and it used the iconography of the biblical beast of the same name, with the king being the head and the people being the body. Like, the head needs the body to actually do anything, but if you cut off the head, the entire animal dies.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Thomas Hobbes was he was a good man of that pedigree.
Right. And like, it's not terribly difficult to translate some of that metaphor for modern big companies.
Yeah. You need a CEO to like make the decisions, but without the workers, nothing's gonna get done. So
Right.
basically, what I'm saying is,
Eat the
everybody
rich.
should unionize right now. Eat the rich. Unionize. Yeah. There was something else I wanted to say about Leviathans and Lagiacrus and Mizutsune. Oh, okay. So, I think I didn't like Gammoth. I found the fight really difficult because when it's a slow monster with really long wind-ups, I always find it hard, you know?
Right.
Because it's like, I'm gonna punch you. I'm not gonna tell you when, but I'm gonna punch you.
Right.
And I really had that problem with Gamma. Like, it would wind up for like 2 full minutes, and I kept blocking and dodging, but then, you know, always at the wrong time. I just found it so hard. Like, other people said, oh, it's super easy because of how slow it is. But like, no, that just makes it more difficult. But also, one of the things that annoyed me about Gamma was its size. I feel like the environments of Generations were just not large enough to sustain a fight like that. There were some areas where you couldn't move.
And some of them were on the mountain map where you fought Gamma. Yeah.
Yeah. Like some of the areas we fight are just so narrow. Like there's no room to maneuver at all, and there's no like, I don't know. I didn't like the Gamma fight. I would have liked to see it in World. I think World, especially Iceborne, would have been the perfect place to bring it back. But I'm not entirely sure that I want to see it again in Rise. I mean, maybe if they make like another, maybe in the next one they could.
Maybe
bring it
in the
back.
6th generation.
Yeah, but it would have to be like a.
Damn it!
On the same. Tsukiyomi, no. It's all right.
Whetstone time.
It would have. I don't know. Oh dear. I'm gonna make a quick tactical retreat. I'm gonna Farcaster out of here and reconvene with you at the base. Oh, welcome, Raiders. Snuggly Barrack has brought some friends. Hang on,
Yay! Bark.
just
Hi, Barak.
exclamation. S-O. Snuggly Barrack. They were last scenes playing Stray. Oh, that's meant to be a really sad game.
I watched
A really good game, but a really sad game.
I watched a Let's Play of that, and oh boy, the ending.
Yeah. I have kitty cat with a backpack and emotional baggage. I mean, I've heard some stuff about it. I don't honestly like sad animal stories make me cry like disproportionately, you know.
Well, all the stuff related to the animal itself is fine. Like the cat does not die, thankfully.
Well, I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I feel like emotionally I couldn't take it because like even just a cat being put in mild peril is sort of enough, you know.
Yeah,
Fact,
there's.
like, we're playing a game right now with cats in it where the cats do not and cannot die. My cat is immortal.
Right, and I guess you can get game overs from certain entities within the world of Stray. I don't know how far Burke has gotten. I don't want to risk possibly spoiling anything.
Yeah. I mean, I have played Tokyo Jungle, which is thematically congruent with Stray, but tonally about as far removed as you can get. Tokyo Jungle is great, by the way. If you need like a little palate cleanser for it, go play Tokyo Jungle. It's so good. Actually, you might. Going back to one of our earlier discussions, you might not be able to right now anymore because if I remember rightly, it was a PS3 exclusive and they shut down the PS3 eStore. Maybe they were planning to, but they didn't actually. I don't remember. Nice. Good job, team. But yeah, Tokyo Jungle is just like, it's like an action role-playing game where you have to like mark your territory and hunt for food and have a nest and things like that. It's good. It's fun. But again, like I say, thematically it's similar to Stray because it's like a post-apocalyptic world where all the humans are gone and the animals have to make their own way. But yeah, the tone is just like the opposite. Yeah. I'm gonna give my cat some head pats. Because he deserves them. Good job, Tim. I'm proud of you, Tim.
Oh no, I got interrupted right before I could give Azzy head pats.
Oh no. Well, you can give her head pats when you get back to base.
Yeah, because this game is the only time where I could get that opportunity, because normally she gives me head pats.
Berkey.
Oh, it's some fortune clovers from Xenoblade.
I think it's just herbs for making green potions.
I know, I'm being goof, because they do look like clovers. Oh! Okay, I remember this guy from the
Well,
promos.
my name is Todori, a doctor specializing in flora and fauna. I see. So Malzino wounded her. In that case, we haven't a moment to spare. The story ends. Another begins. Such is life. I will do my best to help you. Now, let us depart for Elgato at once.
Let us. You know why I just had like a thought that I would really like? Is you know there were some maps in older generations that had like distinct day and night variants?
Yeah.
It would be cool if they made like maps that cycled throughout the time. Like I was looking at the jungle and thinking, wouldn't it be cool if the tide rose and fell according to the in-game clock? So sometimes this area would be submerged and you wouldn't be able to go there, but it would be better for leviathans.
Yeah, that'd be
Things like
neat.
that. And if monsters like reacted differently depending on what time of day it was, depending on whether it was they were nocturnal or diurnal or crepuscular or whatever. Anyway, you found Todori. Good work.
Yep.
Dr. Todori, my man. It's been a while, huh? Welcome to Elgato. We could really use your help here.
I see.
Glad to see you're still the same old overly energetic soul, Bahari. The hunters here have told me all about your predicament. I've also read your report on Malzeno, the Curio, etc. Great, then you're up to speed already. So, can you cook us up something to help Theo? I mean, I know it's a tall order. We're not dealing with the same thing that caused the plague 50 years back. Actually, the medicine I created back then will work perfectly for this situation. Wait, what? How? This poison afflicting Lady Fiore now is precisely the same as that which once inflicted sufferers of the plague. It's not really a poison at all. It's a virus. A virus somewhat similar to another known as the Frenzy.
What?
Hold on a minute. No one's following this, Todori. I mean, you get a hunter, right? That's a relief. I was like, what is this man talking about? So, Doc, this poison in Fio, or rather this virus, we know the Curio carry it, and so does Malzeno.
Yep.
But the last time Malzeno was around, there was no Curio in sight.
Yeah.
You're assuming that the Curios seen today look as they did back then.
Yes.
Or juveniles, perhaps. Too small to notice. Right, so the symbiosis with Malzeno hadn't developed yet. The juvenile Curio preyed on humans instead of monsters.
Uh-huh.
So that was what the plague really was, and why the virus ripped through the population like it did.
I see.
Yes and no. See, humans are not a food source for the Curio, so Curio that couldn't coexist with Malzeno died out naturally. Anyway, the task at hand is to treat Lady Fiore. It will not take long to prepare an antiviral medication.
Yeah.
Ah, and one more thing, hunters. Kagero's words that you relayed to me as we travelled here, they touched me very deeply. To know that the young lady my master had entrusted to Kagero is safe and well, it's wonderful news. I left one day to gather herbs as usual, but while I was gone, my hometown was... I've never forgiven myself since. I did write to Kagero, but having failed my people by not protecting the village, I couldn't face him.
Wow.
But his kind words that you passed on gave me courage, and I can't thank you enough for that. Forgive me, I must stop muttering and start making medicine, mustn't I? I'll let you know as soon as it's ready. Hunters, carry on with your assignments. Chiche has plenty of quests to keep you busy. Yes, more games that have you playing in the same world for a long time should have seasonal changes, tidal stuff, that sort of variation. Absolutely. I think it would be so much fun.
It would. Yeah.
I really hope the next game is like... I really loved World. Just thinking on it, I think... I like this game, but I think I did prefer World. And I think part of that is the... how it really did feel like a living, breathing ecosystem with all the endemic life and stuff. I don't know. I love World. I think it's great. It's good. Anyway. We got people to speak to.
Yep, I'm speaking to the people behind the command.
Okay. Okay, Elgato tickets. Capture one Lunagadon.
Dun, dun, ba-da-da-da. Dun, dun, da-da-da-da.
Zinogre Electrofur Plus. Don't have enough for that, unfortunately.
Damn.
Feeling fierce today, yeah.
Ooh, Daimyo Hermitor statue. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's a bit loud.
Sorry. It's just Arlo said in it, and I had flashbacks.
In it.
Ah! So, I've made no secret of the fact that I got Xenoblade 3 recently and have been playing it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The character Uni, who is one of your permanent party members, I feel like the translators for the English version were aware of the meme that in it is the British equivalent of Desu, but weren't aware of the fact that it was a meme. And so, for Uni especially, she will use in it the way that a Japanese person who over-pronunciates their desu will.
Nice. Apparently, I read this somewhere. I didn't actually find a source to substantiate it, so citation needed. But apparently, the Japanese particle ne actually comes from Portuguese. Like it was borrowed from Portuguese sailors who would say "now é," which basically means isn't it? It's like something that isn't a direct question, but you want somebody to respond to.
Right.
Okay. Athens is asking key quests or maps hunting.
Body skill lessons unlocked.
Oh. Chiche has got a new set of quests for us,
Oh shoot!
including Seregios and Magma Almudron.
All right, I'll go talk to her.
Your spirit shines.
You found Dr. Tadori. Well done, hunters. Now he just has to make one of his medicines and Fiorine will be alright, won't she? I'm still kind of worried, but I trust the doctor, so I'll let him get on with his job while I get on with mine. I must say I was shocked to find out that the Curio were responsible for the plague the kingdom suffered years ago.
Yep.
It makes me wonder, where did they come from? We must know what... we know that they... Bleh. We know that they need a host, and that 50 years ago they were juveniles, but what about before then? This is way over your head, Cheech. I think I'll leave all the sciencey stuff to Bahari and Dr. Tadori. Now then, I've got some new quests for you. Quests full of more foul and fearsome monsters. Shall we have a look?
Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, right.
Please select the quest that
Oh, I'm so excited for all 3 of the new monsters we've got unlocked.
And I just can't hide it.
Alright, go into the gathering hub to talk to Utsushi.
I think, Aftons, we should try a key quest and see how it goes.
Waiting for you.
And if it goes poorly, then we grind for mats. Oh boy, Astalos, you look so cool. Chain crit. Excuse me? Huh? Continuously landing hits gradually increases attack and elemental attack.
Later.
Alright, back to the
I'm
central
probably
plaza.
gonna go and grind Astalos.
Its armor is
Stream.
very you.
Yeah. And it's probably got some decent weapons too. If I remember rightly, they were high elemental damage, but also high crit. Yeah, 30% affinity on the Vajraklex blade.
I forgot that the female Master Rank Astalos armor was not as covered up as the low and high rank version. Like, it's not the worst armor set for that, but it's not as fully covered up as lower ranked versions were.
Nothing I can't forge. Seeing my customer smile is the main reason I've been banging away at the smith and stuff for so long. Let's get you fixed up then, shall we?
Aha! Ah, now those dual blades take me back.
Now there's a name I haven't heard in a very, very long time. Man, I love Astalos. It's so cool.
It is pretty cool.
It's so cool. I love it.
I'm itching to get started.
Good job, Astalos, on being cool.
I'll be here when you need me.
Oh, that means I've got Puppy Doge armor I can look at.
Ooh, yes, Puppy Doge. Oh, it's a little bumblebee for the kitty.
Yeah.
It's a little bumblebee.
Ah,
Oh.
the fucking canine set. It looks like
Oh, that's edgy. That's
yeah.
so edgy. The
Excuse me.
two-tone mask.
Yes.
Phantom of the Opera or something.
Yeah. But like, it's a full mask. But like, it's like they tried to put the Phantom of the Opera mask from the stage performance, like the musical version, over the version from the book.
It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. What is Seregios weak to? Is it also ice, so I don't have to change out my set?
Beats me.
Okay.
Bring fish to eat.
Ah, fish.
Bring fish,
I've gone-
stuff in face.
Today's fish is trout a la crap. Enjoy your meal.
Today's fish is fish a la fish. Enjoy your meal.
Today's fish is trout a la crap. Enjoy your meal.
So, I don't know what thing you're quoting is from, but I know it is a thing.
It's Red Dwarf.
Ah.
There's like, so on the spaceship they have like meal dispensers, and then one of the characters is like an evolved cat. And so he's just like, fish! Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal. Fish! Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal. Fish! Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal. I will!
Yeah, but there's someone who I watch who's part of a group who can never remember what the actual thing is and just always says it is as today's fish is fish a la fish. Enjoy your fish!
I see. I mean, that's pretty accurate. So, I started watching another couple of anime series recently.
Uh-huh.
I have been watching Dragon Pilot and also Drifting Dragons. Dragon Pilot is kind of weird, but also quite lighthearted and good. It's like Top Gun, except instead of planes, there are dragons, and instead of Tom Cruise, it's an anime girl. But other than that, it's exactly like Top Gun.
Ah, yes. Better Tom Cruise.
Shall we?
Yeah. I mean, she's not a Scientologist, so she has that going for her.
Thank you for your
Yeah. I had completely forgotten that he was one of those idiots.
Yeah. It's. I've only watched like a couple of episodes of it so far. It's very strange. And the English dub is kind of hit or miss. But it's mostly pretty good.
There was a... sorry, this suddenly reminded me. There was a manga I read a couple of issues of way back when about, like, a boy playing an MMO that you could only play in the arcades because it required special machinery, and it scanned, like, it effectively scanned your brain, but I don't think it actually literally did so, but it gave you a dragon partner based on, or connected to what the machine learned about you, and...
So there were actually some games that did that. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon scanned your fingerprint on the bottom screen. Totally for real, definitely, guys.
Corpses strewn about below foreshadow an unexpected.
Anyway, carry on.
But yeah,
Before long, golden blades fall from the sky, tearing everything to shreds.
the manga went on
The savage
to...
appears. Those who try to evade.
Oh, this boy is like the unluckiest boy in the world and is the biggest wimp ever, and it is scared of a cat that gets in his way going to school every day. And so he's got this tiny little wimpy baby dragon that's super cute, and oh no, he got isekai'd into the world the game takes place in because it was actually an actual...
I was not expecting that.
An actual legitimate real world. And oh, his adorable baby dragon has the ability to... or the potential to grow into the biggest and strongest dragon ever.
It's a Magikarp.
Yeah, his dragon is a Magikarp.
Nice. That sounds pretty cute. Pretty inoffensive.
Yeah. I don't know, I just got reminded of it because, like, some girl from the game world, like, forces him into the world with her, and it's all deserty and sandy, and I'm pretty sure the name was similar to one of the names you listed off just now. I think it was like
Okay.
Dragon Drive.
Drag and drop. Oh wait, no, that's a computer thing. You get it?
I understood the pun.
Okay, good.
it's also, like, legitimately the name of a visual novel that I have.
Oh. Hey, quick question. Apropos of nothing. Is the first season of Digimon an isekai? No, I'm genuinely asking. Like,
Kind of.
Is it for it to be an isekai? Does it just have to be like somebody transported to another world, or what? I feel like we could make one of these alignment chart, but like, this is an isekai. That's not an isekai. Like, is Alice in Wonderland an isekai?
This is a discussion that I have had with Sammy that kind of drives me up the wall a little bit. Because, like, she's way too loose with her interpretation of what an isekai is at times. Like, claiming Doctor Who is an isekai. Because, oh, they travel to different worlds.
I mean, I think for it. Well, I was about to say for it to be an isekai, somebody has to be trapped in another world, and the main plot is them finding their way home.
But that's not
I mean,
how
in
it is
cases,
in every...
That's not the case.
Yeah.
No, like in Monster Rancher, the guy is pretty content with being in the world, and he doesn't really care about getting home.
He just wants to save the monsters from the evil Moo.
Yeah, I mean that is of course if you count Monster Rancher as an isekai, which again is debatable because like the definition is loose and flexible.
I would absolutely count it personally.
Okay.
Cause like it was coming out at the same time as like shows like Escaflowne and other popular proto isekai.
No idea what that is.
Oh, Visions of Escaflowne is actually a highly influential anime series. It's about a girl named... Was it Hitomi or Kotone? I forget. I think it was Hitomi. But it's about a girl who gets transported to an alternate world that has like its own human culture and kingdoms and giant spiritually powered robots such as the titular Escaflowne itself.
Okay.
And
I fell.
In my humble
down.
opinion, the art style hasn't held up really well over the years because like their noses are fucking gigantic.
Now that is curious because a lot of the time in anime they don't have noses at all.
Yeah.
Hang on, sorry, I see an opportunity, I'm seizing it.
Uh-oh.
I know you're about to say, like, stick to the plan, Leroy, but I'm just charging in.
Jamie John Jankle Spank. Oh! Yeah, alright! That's actually a really good... Yeah, I'm glad he seized that opportunity.
I grabbed the golden wire bug, and yeah.
Whoop.
Squelch, 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 squelch.
How fucking dare you?
Oh, Sir Regios is also my boy.
Steve is a good boy.
You have to be nostalgic for like the cover legendary of your first Monster Hunter game, you know?
I don't know. I'm not sure that I agree with that because my first Monster Hunter, the cover was Azure Rathalos.
Oh, that's fair. Well, I am nostalgic for Sir Regios. He was on the cover of 4 Ultimate.
Not in the States, actually. In the States, they used the cover for Monster Hunter 4, which just had Gormagala on the cover.
Weird. Well, I mean, I guess that makes it a first that, you know, the UK got some game thing that the US didn't.
Actually, I think 3 Ultimate might have done the same thing. Have the non-Ultimate cover for the Ultimate version. In which case...
I don't think so, because the Monster Hunter Tri... Oh, he did the thing! He just slides the light.
Tri did come out in the States, yes.
Yeah. But, like, I have Tri, and it has Legiacrus as the cover. Not as your Rathalos.
Right. I don't know. I could be misremembering, but I feel like when I bought it on the Wii U eShop and the 3DS eShop, because I owned both versions, because I was that girl, they were both half price at the time, and so together they were the price
so
of
it only counts as buying one game.
Yes.
Thanks, buddy.
But, yeah. I could have sworn that, at least on the North American version of the Wii U and 3DS, it used a Legiacrus icon. But I could be misremembering because it's been, like, the better part of a decade.
I need to do some juggling to work out my Switch skill loadouts. Oh, I love Seregios. He's so cool. Seregios is also my boy, by the way.
You stated already.
By the way, Seregios is also my boy.
You're a goof.
Grey clouds outside. I'm hoping for that sweet, sweet rumble of thunder.
There's supposed to be thunder here again today.
Sweet.
It has not started yet.
We have been in a heatwave / drought for the better part of a month now, and it's been, honestly, just really annoying.
The past week here where the library is, we've been getting storms every fucking day I want to stream.
That is annoying.
Yeah, in the past week, excluding our previous session of Monster Hunter, I did only an hour's worth of streaming because I was afraid that I would get interrupted in the middle of my Survive stream on Thursday, and so I was going to play more Survive on Saturday and Storm, so I decided, well, at least I'm going to force myself to play some Skull today, even if I lost track of time, and then Storm. Which, the one on Sunday makes me extra bitter, because if I hadn't lost track of fucking time playing...
Lost track of tracking time.
Yes. Lost track of fucking time playing Xenoblade 3. Which I had only meant to do as, like, a thing until, like, 2 my time, but I ended up going to, like, 5 before being like, shit, I'm supposed to stream today. And I was like, alright, in a couple of hours I will stream. And then Storm, and it was like, are you fucking kidding me? Am I a fucking cosmic punchline or something?
So I have good news for you. Just standing still and crouching
Still works.
gets rid of bleed really. No, not just that. It gets rid of bleed really quickly.
Yeah,
Like-
that has always been a thing.
It hasn't been this fast.
Oh wait, they sped it up. That's
They
good.
sped it up. Yeah. It used to take like 5 or 6 seconds, now it's down to 2 or 3.
That's rad, honestly. It doesn't feel quite as necessary now because of the addition of the expansion of camps into what they
Yeah.
are here.
Yeah.
And like that
I mean,
would
the fact that you can't really run out of like superficial well unsafe as long as you have some in your box, you know.
right, which wasn't the case in older games.
No.
Like
I mean,
it's a good
Sorry,
buff, but it's not as necessary here as it was as it would have been rather back in the 4th generation.
but I mean, like in the 4th generation, an argument could be made that you know, it emphasizes preparation and like
Right. But
it
also
made bleed actually feel like a real it made it scary, you know.
right.
But
But there's
I
also
don't know.
I guess there's also the fact that you had area loading screens, which
Yeah, you could run away from a monster pretty easily.
right. I thought they said they were making it so that the whiffing didn't use the marionette spider.
Did you use whiff and lose it?
Yup.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I just missed it hitting its wing. It raised it at just the right moment. Dagnabbit.
I'm going after it!
Alright, where'd it go? All the way over there. Might just fast travel back to camp.
Oh, that would have been a smart thing to do. I didn't realize quite how far away it was running. Steve!
Steven?
Steven and the Stevens.
Steven and the Steven.
Wanna stay sharp?
Starring Shia the Beef.
Ah, yes. Shea the Beef.
Steven Beef. Beef and Sunbreak.
That reminds me, I know it's a bit of an old meme at this point, but have you seen the version of the actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf music video where, like, they're in
They
an
rent
actual...
out the whole theater.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's really good.
Did you know that guy, is, the guy who made actual Cannibal Shia, is the vocalist for Tally Hall, who did Ruler of Everything, which was also a meme for a while. But he also did the music for The Ghost of Molly McGee, which is a really great Disney Kids animated cartoon.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. I always find it great, really amusing when the same creator is responsible for two completely different memes, like, so far apart.
Right, like the Mouth series of music and Animutations.
And Potter Puppet Pals. And the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
What?
He did all of those. That's all Neil Cicerega. The mysterious ticking noise, the Ultimate Showdown, mouth sounds, and Animutation, those are all Neil Cicerega. I've heard him described as a serial one-hit wonder before, which I think is like the most apt way of describing him. Like he has a couple of long-term projects, but he really likes just doing short things and then leaving for a while.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I feel like when you get successful, it's often really some artists do feel like a pressure to keep doing the same thing, the thing that made them famous, even when they want to try something new, they want to try experimenting.
Right. And when they do
like,
try something new, it can be like that time Kiss wrote a genuinely good romance song, and a lot of people do not like that song. I actually really, really do.
Or it's like David Lee Roth Van Halen versus Sammy Hagar Van Halen. You know? Like, David Lee Roth, like some people argue that, David Lee Roth Van Halen is the better Van Halen. I personally don't have any strong opinions, because like by the time I arrived on the scene, the conflict had finished, so I just got to listen to the best of Van Halen, which includes tracks from both.
Right.
Which, that probably offends both parties, because like,
they modified how
the
its
thing is,
tail breaks. Sorry.
The reason David Lee Roth left was because he wanted to try something new, but he felt like Van Halen was just doing the same stuff over and over again.
Right.
Or becoming too commercial or whatever. And, when Sammy Hagar joined in, yeah, they did just, like, stay in their comfort zone for a very long time. And David Lee Roth's solo career, I think the fact that he was allowed to try being more experimental really worked for him. Nice, good job, team.
Make sure you get the tail.
Athens, remember you get the tail. But yeah, no, I respect Neil Cicerega because he does things that he enjoys that are just weird. Like, he's an excellent filmmaker, he's an excellent musician, and although he did like a lot of Potter Puppet Pals, and he still releases songs as Lemon Demon, he hasn't let like any one thing shape his career, you know?
So, I was today years old when I learned that Neil Cicerega was Lemon Demon.
Yep. He did, he also did, some of the music for some of the songs for Gravity Falls.
Nice.
His sister, Emmy Cicerega, is very much in that Disney CalArts group. She's worked on Gravity Falls, she's done a bit on the Owl House. But yeah, Emmy Cicerega is like her own thing, because she also did the Ariel Needs Legs comic. that was Emmy. But yeah, the two of them are just great. I love seeing those sorts of people. Yeah, exactly. Afton says he does what he wants when he wants, and we love him. Yeah, like he's weird, but he's like weird in a great way. But he never does the same thing twice. Like, I can listen to Eighth Wonder, or I can listen to Aaron, which is a remix of Aaron Carter's How I Beat Shaq, but turned into like a sort of commercialist horror nightmare kind of thing. But yeah, no, I love him. I love all his work, and just seeing him do weird things is great. And he's great because you never know what he's going to do next.
This armor is so nostalgic.
Seregius.
Yeah. Oh, they changed the mechanic.
The mechanic used to be on the weapons, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Is it now on the armor?
Yup. Blade
Blade
scale
scale
hone.
Dodge rolling to evade an attack. Ooh. Ah, they've also given it something to do with bows. Give close range coatings a temporary boost. Well, getting that one as well.
Yeah.
Alright. I've just noticed the time, and I think I'm probably going to call it here. I'm very tired, and it's very warm here, and I just want to get a cool drink and cool down and stuff. But this has been fun.
But they removed cool drinks from the game.
They did. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think I'm going to sign off. Diana, before we leave, is there anything you want to plug? What are you going to be doing this week?
I'm going to try to do what I planned to do the previous week. I'm going to try getting through part 4 of Digimon Survive and doing some Skull and having a good fucking time. And I swear to all things holy, if there is more thunder that cuts me off from my freaking schedule, I will scream. So how about you? What are you playing this week?
I'm playing Atelier Totori tomorrow, and then I'm going to be playing tomorrow on Friday. I'm actually going to be taking next week off. I'm going on holiday to visit a friend.
Oh.
So I will be in Finland for a week.
Ooh.
Yeah. Haven't been in a couple of years, so it'll be nice. But yeah. So next, we won't be hunting monsters next Tuesday. Well, Diana might. Diana might go at some things with weapons, but I won't be involved.
It depends on how I feel in a week.
Fair enough. We can't plan that far ahead. Okay. Yes. So that's all. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. And I hope to see you sometime soon. Until next time, cheery.
Bon lecture. Actually, they only said bon lecture. Whatever. Bon lecture.